Most 9 to 5 employees wake up every morning with the same question swirling in their head. I work hard, so why am I still not wealthy? You stare at your paycheck, you see the taxes, you see the deductions, you see the rent. And somewhere between your morning commute and your fifth meeting of the day, you start wondering if you're missing a secret shortcut everyone else seems to know. It's frustrating, it's confusing, and it's oddly lonely. But here's the twist. Most 9 to 5 employees don't lack intelligence, discipline, talent, or potential. They lack the right wealth systems. They carry outdated money belief. You're about to see 10 brutally honest, deeply practical, life-changing shifts that ordinary employees use to build massive wealth. No hacks, no cliches, no recycled advice. Once you understand these shifts, you will never view your job, paycheck, or financial future the same way. If you believe you're built for more, subscribe now. We're here to guide you with tools, strategies, and stories that actually make a difference. Let's start with the biggest misunderstanding of all. Most employees think salary creates wealth. It doesn't. Here's the uncomfortable truth people avoid acknowledging. Salary does not build wealth. Salary funds survival. Wealth builds from assets, ownership, equity, investments, and cash flow systems, not from working harder inside the same monthly paycheck cycle. A salary is predictable, comfortable, and comforting. But comfort is dangerous because comfort tells you you're doing enough. Meanwhile, inflation silently eats your savings, expenses grow as income grows, and taxes slice your paycheck long before you ever see it. Years ago, there was a software tester named Liam. His salary was good, his lifestyle simple, and his expenses controlled. Every month he saved around $400 thinking he was doing the right thing. One day, a colleague casually mentioned how he earned more from ETF dividends in one quarter than Liam did from saving for a year. That single comment hit him harder than his annual performance review. He realized saving doesn't multiply, it just sits. This point matters because most employees wait for promotions as if promotions are wealth vehicles. A promotion may add $200, $500 more per month. Investments can compound into tens of thousands of dollars over the years without you filling a single form in HR. Number 2, employees try to save more instead of keep more. Saving money sounds noble. But saving without strategy is like filling a bucket with a tiny leak. It feels like progress but leads to disappointment. Most employees think saving more is the key to wealth, but the real key is keeping more of what you earn by eliminating invisible drains. There's a difference between saving and protecting. Saving is keeping money aside. Protecting is making sure your money isn't quietly disappearing into unnecessary subscriptions, lifestyle creep, emotional spending, bank fees, or poor tax planning. Most employees don't build wealth because they underestimate how much wealth leaks away monthly. Even if you plug leaks, there's a dangerous trap employees fall into next, something that destroys more wealth than bad investments. And it's so psychological that people don't even detect it until years later. Let's go to point 3. Employees chase job stability instead of financial stability. Job stability feels amazing until it isn't. Most 9 to 5 workers grow up believing the dream is a stable job with good benefits. They never question this narrative. Because jobs feel safe, predictable, and socially approved, employees cling to them, even when the job is limiting their financial future. But here's the plot twist. Job stability is not financial stability. Financial stability comes from diversified income, not from a single employer. A recession, restructuring, or AI automation can erase job stability instantly. But financial stability stays intact when you have multiple income streams, side gigs, passive income from stocks, dividend investing, rental cash flow, online assets, or skills you can monetize anywhere. There was a customer support representative named Matteo. He had been with his company for 7 years. One Monday morning, he received an email saying the company was relocating operations. At first, he felt safe because he had seniority. 3 weeks later, he realized seniority doesn't protect anyone during restructuring. Had he built alternate income streams, even small ones like $100 a month from dividend stocks or freelance consulting, the news wouldn't have shaken him. But because he relied solely on his job, his entire income collapsed instantly. The wealthy think differently. They think, even if my job disappears, my wealth shouldn't. Employees think, my job is here, so I'm fine. Those two mindsets lead to completely different lives. Number 4. Employees upgrade lifestyle before they upgrade skills. The moment income goes up, lifestyle follows. It's automatic. The raise comes, the spending grow. A bonus arrives, a new gadget does too. It's human nature, but it's also financial sabotage. Most people treat lifestyle upgrades as rewards. The wealthy treat skill upgrades as wealth catalysts. Skills compound. Lifestyle doesn't. Someone with a $3,000 salary who spends all their free time consuming entertainment is capped. Someone with the same salary who invests time in learning market analysis, side business fundamentals, stock trading platforms, portfolio diversification, leadership, or negotiation skills eventually outgrows the job, outgrows the salary, and outgrows the income limits. Number 5. Employees believe hard work creates wealth. It doesn't. Employees grow up hearing, "Work hard and you'll be successful." But in reality, the modern financial world rewards those who combine effort with leverage. Digital tools, investment vehicles, equity, compounding, automation, networks, strategic skills, recurring income platforms, and scalable systems. Hard work is a foundation, not a wealth strategy. Here's the uncomfortable part. Most 9-to-5 workers rely on effort because effort is familiar. Effort is socially respected. Effort feels productive even when it doesn't move you financially. But effort alone has a ceiling. The ceiling is your time, your energy, your role, your job title, your employer's budget. Effort is limited by your physical capacity. Wealth, on the other hand, comes from things that aren't limited by human capacity. A well-built index fund portfolio doesn't get tired. And this is where most employees get trapped. They think doubling effort will double results. But in the wealth world, doubling effort doesn't matter. Doubling leverage does. Number 6. Employees try to earn first and learn later. This mindset silently sabotages financial growth more than any market crash ever could. Employees believe they need to earn more money before they educate themselves about money. They wait for the right time. They wait for a higher income bracket. They wait for the perfect savings amount. They wait until they feel ready. But money doesn't reward the people who wait. It rewards the people who understand it. Learning before earning is like building a foundation before constructing a house. Learning after earning is like trying to reinforce the ground after the house is already built. Unstable, risky, and stressful. The moment you understand wealth psychology, compounding, market cycles, risk management, and cash flow systems, your income starts serving a purpose. Every dollar becomes a tool instead of an escape. Every paycheck becomes a building block instead of a transaction. Number 7. Employees think raises are their primary path to wealth. This belief is so widespread that most people live decades without noticing its flaw. Employees depend on their employer for financial growth. They wait for performance reviews, annual increments, or occasional promotions to improve their lifestyle. But raises are slow. Raises are unpredictable. Raises depend on company budgets, not your potential. And worst of all, raises are linear. Small increases that barely outpace inflation. When employees rely on raises, they hand over control of their financial future to someone else. But when they build secondary income streams, invest in a diversified stock portfolio, set up a DRIP, or create assets that pay them monthly, they take back control. Number 8. Employees ignore the power of compounding small wins. Compounding is often explained as a math concept, but in real life, it's a behavior concept. It rewards consistency far more than intensity. Employees often underestimate small actions because they want instant results. They don't see value in investing $20 a week, reading 10 pages a day, learning one financial principle weekly, or automating small contributions into an index fund. But wealth doesn't come from big leaps. It comes from small steps repeated quietly over time. Every time you contribute an extra $10 into your portfolio, every time you reinvest dividends, every time you reduce an unnecessary expense, every time you learn one new financial insight, compounding accelerates. It's not just money compounding. Habits compound. Knowledge compounds. Confidence compounds. Opportunities compound. Your job can pay your bills, but your decisions can build your wealth. Your skills can build your income, but your systems can build your future. In every video, I try to discuss and address the factors that surely improve the chances of your success. If you like this also, subscribe the channel, like and share the wealthy knowledge to your loved ones. If you're curious about 10 silent rules salaried persons use to retire early, that's exactly what I cover in the next video. See you there.